Yo guys, what is up? It is CP, the one and only Monster Gamer, trying to get the Dolphins to a Super Bowl. Welcome to my series. I'm going to try to post these videos every Monday, but it hasn't been working out, so it's going to be the last couple Tuesdays I've been posting these. And basically, the gameplay you're watching is I'm playing a franchiser / career mode as the Dolphins, and I'm trying to get them to the Super Bowl. And it's not an easy task, even with the video game. Not an easy task. I've also realized that I've been playing overly aggressive at times, and I don't understand. Well, now I understand why. I think I just try to force a play that really, like right there, I just try to force something that really isn't there, and like a lot of quarterbacks do in real life, but I feel like I need to be a little bit more patient. The other issue with this particular game was I could not get the running game started, really. Even though Reggie Bush is pretty good, I just couldn't get anything going. And I had some luck going down the field, so I kept thinking that that was going to really carry me to a win. And it obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you'll see what happens. Anyway, so I need to be a little bit more aggressive, less aggressive, and, get the running game more involved, especially with a rookie quarterback. So, getting into Michael Turner, he was arrested for a DUI. He was speeding. That's why they pulled him over. Turns out he was intoxicated, and they arrested him for a DUI. Now, what are my thoughts on this? This happens all the time. We should be kind of numb to it. It's really not a big deal, so to speak. But it is. I mean, drunk driving is a huge deal. I mean, he could have hurt somebody. Obviously, that's always the biggest concern, or himself. But how many times do we see that in the newspaper, online, in magazines? Oh, some big high-profile celebrity or athlete gets arrested for a DUI. I don't understand. Whether you have money or not, that's not really even the issue. But these guys have money. These women have money, and I don't understand why they don't hire certain taxi services or limousine services. I'm sure there's a service out there that could be like a buddy service. Hell, I would pay some of my real-life friends, like, if I was making that much money a year, like millions of dollars a year, I'd pay them like $100, $200, $300 every night if we went out and, you make sure you drive and be safe and not, get a designated driver, designated drinker. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it drives me nuts that these guys. And it's also during the football season. Now, on a lighter note, if you got him on your fantasy football team, I feel sorry for you, of course. But I'm glad he's okay, obviously, and I'm glad like nothing crazy happened. But man, does it suck! I don't understand why they. It drives me nuts. The other thing that's been driving me nuts with the NFL is this whole officiating thing. Now, I don't know all the gory details, but that Monday night game with Peyton Manning, the Broncos, and the Atlanta Falcons, ironically, talking about that, was a mess. I mean, there was one point where the other team was supposed to have the ball. They also marked it on like they marked the ball at the wrong point, like it was like 10 yards difference. And these guys are like not even rookie officials. Apparently they're not even like supposed to be officiating a freaking little league, let alone a freaking the NFL. I don't get it. I'm really like scratching my head that the NFL would allow this to happen. I mean, this is the biggest sport in America anyway. And it's also, just in general, like one of the biggest money-making sports, period. And how they can't get this officiating settled, I don't understand what the problem is. And I know a lot of people are worried about safety. I think that's a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction. I mean, obviously safety is a problem, but it's not the biggest. I'm just worried about if this continues to happen, where the ball is marked totally on the wrong side of the field, or, the team, there might be like a game where it goes down the wire, and there might be a major issue, like, playoff implications that this might affect. So I hope the NFL gets its act together and gets these officials, the real officials, back. Obviously, that's an issue too because we always complain about officiating, but at least at Hockey League and some of the other guys, at least they know what they're doing. And yeah, they've made mistakes too, but at least we one less thing to complain about. Also, Reggie Bush had a great, amazing, awesome game against Oakland. I know it was Oakland, but I was still excited about that. Obviously, being a Dolphins fan, the Dolphins won. And also on a side note, I won in fantasy football thanks to Willis McGahee. Now, he's 30-plus years old, and, you know, just thinking about his career and everything, a lot of people were kind of knocking me for picking Willis McGahee on my fantasy football team, but he got me 26 points. I know around the leagues, different leagues, points are different. Yeah, I was just forcing balls where they shouldn't go. And I know there's a, you know, that's what she said, but damn, CP, this cost me the game right here. What am I doing? I was making mistake after mistake with this game, but at least it's kind of like real life. And I'm not going to go back and replay these games, guys. I want to keep it like real life. I'm going to, come hell or high water, I'll get the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. Come hell or high water. But yeah, Willis McGahee got me 26 points and won me my first fantasy football, not league, obviously, my first fantasy football game. I lost last week really badly. And so hopefully I can bounce back. So, never eat soggy waffles. I love you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get the Dolphins to win against the Jets. But yeah,
the difference
hopefully
was
in real life they'll win. So take care. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole Michael Turner thing. You know, get a taxi. You got the money. Get a taxi. That's all I got to say. Peace. I'm out.
Commentaries, gameplays, and vlogs all are found on CP's channel that you're watching now. But take a small disclaimer, y'all in danger. You're now tuned into the Monster Gamer.